This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
It is one of those things where you just pray.
I'm just going to grab stuff, shove it in a bag and leave.
Well, that didn't take long. Quad bike broken down and us stranded on the side of a road. As nice as that journey was, I would not want to do it again.
Welcome back to the channel. We are Janine and Liam Day, a married couple who sold our home and have been living on the road in the UK for the last year doing van life. For the majority of the past year, we have lived full time in a little Ford Transit named Frida. But as winter struck and with all the challenges the season entails, whilst living in a camper van, we had to give up Frida as the bed was too small for long-term off-grid living. Our aim then was to find a bigger van that we could turn into a new tiny home on wheels. Then, on a cold winter day, we both saw and fell in love with a big green removals van, and without further ado, we took a risk and bought it. After almost 3 months, our removals truck was fully converted into a camper van. But with only just 2 weeks of living in her, last week we broke down on the motorway, and our beloved removals van has been in the garage ever since. With it being Easter and the van being undrivable, we were told it would be at least 9 days before she is fixed. In this episode, we take the opportunity to do something a little different with a hope to catch a break from the madness of the last few months. So please subscribe if you like the channel and hit the thumbs up, and let's see what adventures we go on this week.
So we're just driving to the garage in Warwick now. As they're going to have it for the next 10 days, we need to grab some stuff, and then we're going to try and work out what we are going to do. That's out because we're now pretty much homeless. Obviously, my mum's driving here, we can stay at my mum's. She lives out in the countryside, which means we'll be extremely cut off for the next 10 days, which is no good for us. So we're going to go and grab the stuff and then maybe have a coffee and then work out what we're going to do and work it out quickly.
We headed into Warwick to grab a coffee and have a chat about what we are going to do now that we are in this situation. Once finished, we went to the garage where the van is being worked on. Okay, so we are about to go into the garage now and grab some bits that we think we might need for the next couple of weeks. We're just going to go and grab our clothes. We haven't got a list or anything, it's all pretty last minute. I'm just going to grab stuff, shove it in a bag and leave. Let's go. So off we go to grab some essentials and have a chat with the mechanic about the problems with the van.
Since I was a child, when I was young and wild, tell me there was nothing to overwhelm me. I thought I was cool.
Okay, we've got our bags packed. That was literally 2 minutes in there grabbing some stuff, so I've probably left loads of stuff in there that I need, but I've got a toothbrush. I've got a towel, which I probably don't even need, and that's it. Off we go. We shoved our bags in Liam's mum's car and headed off, getting caught in a ton of traffic, and went to a Marks & Spencer cafe for one of their epic mint teas. We came up with a solid plan and quickly headed back to Liam's mum's house.
So we've just come back from town with a lot of deliberation and a lot of talk about what we could do and all the potentialities and stuff like that. We are not only without a vehicle, but we're also without a home for the next sort of 10 days-ish. So we've both decided and both took action on it, and I've just booked a really cheap flight for the both of us to Corfu, and it's leaving tomorrow. No, is it leaving tomorrow or the next day?
The next day.
Not tomorrow, but the next day, but we've got to leave to go to the airport tomorrow on the train. So we don't have much luggage, we don't have much stuff. We're heading to Corfu, we haven't booked any accommodation. And Janine's just, we've got one bag to share between us, and it's a tiny little bag, and Janine's just filled it before I've even touched it and said that's the amount of space that you've got for your stuff. So I've just said to her she needs to compromise because there's hairdryers and all sorts of stuff in there. It's the smallest little bag. There's the culprit. Anyway, I'm going to leave Janine to work out what she doesn't, to get rid of some stuff out of there so I can put some stuff in it as well. And it should be really interesting. It's going to be the break that we need, hopefully. Going to take it really, really steady, really easy. Try not to book anything too much in advance and just see what happens.
I continued packing and getting myself ready to leave the next day. We ate the most delicious meal with Liam's family before hitting the sack.
On the balcony, no one else is home. I swear I drank
you're up nice and early. What's happening?
So I'm packing. I'm getting the last minute things together. We're leaving today at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we're leaving today at 12, and we've got to pack all of our stuff. We've got to get insurance as well before we leave, and we've got to fit all of our stuff into the small amount of bags that we've got. So
we've really got one little bag between us, haven't we, for clothes?
Yeah. One tiny 35-litre bag, which isn't much. Even for one person, it's not much. So yeah, we've just got to. I'm basically going to be wearing this for the whole trip, but I don't care. I just want to get away. Okay, so just quickly, what tech stuff I'm taking away with me. I'm taking a camera, 3 different lenses, one on this camera now, and a little mini tripod, a drone, so that comes in 3 sections, a spare microphone, which I've never ever used, but it would just be my luck that the microphone breaks when we get there. So spare microphone, a load of batteries for the camera, battery charger, and it's all squeezing into my little camera bag, and it fits. It's the first time I've managed to make it fit, so it all fits in nice and snug, so I'm really pleased about that. So one thing we haven't got, and we realised it last night, are a couple of books. It's been such a long time since we've actually read a book, so I'm on a mission now to try and find a book that I can read at the airport. So yeah, let's go. Okay, no books in there for me, but on a good note, we have managed to fit mine and Liam's stuff into the backpack. Fully packed, it was time to leave. We headed to Leamington train station to go to Reading, then Gatwick Airport, ate a delicious Goan cauliflower curry, then off to do our rapid antigen test. We booked into our hotel for the evening. The test results came in and they were both negative. We are officially fit to fly.
So, really good opportunity for me to tell you about some good news that we've had recently. Yes, some good news. We put a video out, as you know, 2 weeks ago now, showing our new sign writing on the side of the removals van. It looks like a carbon copy of what it used to look like, except we changed some of the wording round, so it's no longer advertising or has the previous removal firm's business splashed all over it. As part of that, it previously had the removals firm's website address written in big letters across the side of the van. It now has thosehappydays.co.uk written on the side of it. We were very, very lucky to be able to also get that domain name as well. So we now own the domain name, but we have no website. When we put that video out, we got contacted by quite a few people. One of those people is the sponsors of this video, which is Squarespace. Squarespace are domain hosters, and they are website builders. So we're just not quite sure what the website is going to look like yet. As always, we're very open to that, so if you have any suggestions, please let us know. But we do know it's going to be some sort of maybe blog. Maybe we'll get around to putting some products on there or something like that. Either way, it's nice for this channel to have a website. So the reason why we've chosen Squarespace is because you get a dedicated members area, which can act a bit like a patron setup, we believe. You can also connect social media accounts to it, so we can share our web content on our Those Happy Days socials, like Instagram, etc. And of course, it'll have blogging and commenting features. We've only started on the basics so far with it, but we'll keep you posted on its progress as we move forward. But if you're a vlogger or a blogger, or you're interested in selling some products online or anything like that, and you just want your own website, head to squarespace.com/Those Happy Days to save 10% off your first purchase or domain using the code Those Happy Days. The link is in the description. Now back to the video.
Good morning everyone. Today we have woken up in our Premier Inn hotel room, right around the corner from Gatwick Airport. We have one mission today, and that's to get to Corfu. So we haven't got any accommodation booked when we get there, and it's also out of season, so we have no idea what it's going to be like when we get there. But as long as we do get there, then we've completed our mission for the day. We're both feeling really excited. We've woken up feeling in the holiday mood. So yeah, let's go to Corfu. We collected our stuff and headed on our mission to Corfu. We've got a problem. Our antigen test it will have expired by the time we get there, so we don't have long now to try and get an antigen test, and we may miss the flight.
22 minutes to come back. Okay.
Okay.
So, we're on the shoestring here, and I don't know how we got ourselves in this situation. We've got our antigen test runs out at 5:30. The plane leaves at 10 to 5. If it's late at all, if we don't make the gate, then we don't get on the plane, we don't get to go because we're not within 24 hours. Because we took the antigen test yesterday rather than today, and we were trying to be more organised by doing that, but it's gone against us a little bit. So we're going to find out now. We're finding out the time for the flight, and then as soon as we find it, we've got to peg it to the gate, because if we miss that gate, or we miss the time when the 24 hours runs out, then we're in trouble. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Did you get the time? We're gate 101, and they've been instructed to not stop at any shops by the guy that works here. He said you have to go there right now and try and get in. So we're running. It takes 10 minutes.
We're ahead of the queue, so we've got about half an hour before it expires, so we should be fine.
Are we in?
I assume that we're in, yeah. I'm determined to make sure that you have a good holiday. That was stressful.
It's been so stressful.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the first bit, isn't it? And then it'll be, and then it's just so you can relax more when you get there. If they let us in.
We were on our way out the airport to get another test.
About half an hour ago.
About half an hour ago. So hot. Disaster averted, we made our way to the plane, sat down, strapped in and got ready to fly for the first time in over 2 years. We are heading to a Greek island just off the mainland which promises spectacular sandy beaches, great food and beautiful landscapes. But for now, we will enjoy the journey and see what happens when we land.
But something's forcing me to stay. It'd be easier for me if I turn away to flee. But there's something holding on, the way of being long gone.
Wow, I was not expecting that view this morning. Have you seen this, Liam?
Whoa. My God.
Okay, so we actually managed to get accommodation from booking.com before we arrived in Corfu, luckily. So we came straight here last night. We are staying in the most quirky little hotel. It's so cool. And we are heading out now to go and see if we can find breakfast. We're not sure what Greece is like for vegans, so we're about to find out now. But check this staircase out.
Careful now. Careful now. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. We had a bit of lying because we had a really late night because it was very, very loud. It's cool, it's not cold, but it's not warm. It's out of season. So we're going to really find out what it's like. But this town looks beautiful. So let's go and get some breakfast.
We headed off to wander the streets of old Corfu Town to find ourselves some food, coffee and to work out our plan for how we're going to travel Corfu. We found a place offering breakfast, so sat outside and soaked up the old town vibe.
She just brought over breakfast and it's a sort of hummus and fig tapenade with tomatoes and seeds on toast. Amazing. Simple. Amazing.
We finished up our food and coffee and went for a wander around the cobbled streets of Corfu Town, which is the capital city of the island. With it being Easter weekend, the streets were absolutely buzzing with Greek tourists. There were bands and artists in the streets and people painting and smashing clay pots outside the pastel colour buildings. We totally got swept up in the Easter cheer and found ourselves in the Jewish end of town on the hunt for some Greek vegan sweets.
Found a really vegan friendly Greek sort of sweet shop. Have a look at this.
No way.
Yeah. Like, some of that is vegan.
Oh my god.
They're all vegan.
Oh, what? All of this?
Everything.
Where is this voice coming from?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Welcome to Greece.
Thank you.
They're all vegan, my dears.
Wow.
Yes. And actually, I also have very strict vegan products because I make also without sugar.
Oh wow, okay.
And the third stage, which is much more stricter than that, is the ones that are naturally made without sugar, without gluten, and of course always without eggs, butter, milk, and honey.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
They look incredible.
Thank you.
I want that one. I want that one. Oh my God, I want that one. That one looks like it's dipped in syrup. That one looks like it's dipped in syrup. That's covered in icing. I definitely want one of those.
The top ones are the Corfu traditional specialties.
Okay, it was this point that both me and Liam realised that not only are the sweets here both vegan and looked incredible, but the lady who ran the shop was the most adorable, lovely lady with a true passion for making delicious sweets, with a real talent for making a lot of them sugar-free too. Her name is Rosie and her bakery is Rose's Bakery, and she was ever so friendly and welcoming to us. We ordered a box of sweets and 2 pies.
It's delicious. Full of vegetables and Greek spices. Really nice.
It's so crispy. Wow.
With those sweets, you either have coffee, tea, white wine, or brandy with it, or plain water. Nothing else. No beers or spirits or anything like that. Just those ones, and they go really, really well with baklava and Greek sweets.
On Rose's recommendation, we went on a hunt for coffee. Getting caught up again in the festive cheer, we found a seat and ate a big box of baklava, washed down with an iced coffee. We spoke about some ideas about our time here in Corfu.
So Janine's been, we've been talking about what we're going to do for the next 9 days. And Janine says she wants to travel around the island on one of them. A Vespa, which we've never done before. Never been to Corfu before, never been on a Vespa before. So I'm going to look into see if we can do it, because I think that'll be a lot of fun. Spending the next 9 days travelling around the island on a Vespa. I've seen a lot about. I think I saw one rental one, so there's got to be somewhere where we can do it, and that's the mission for today, to get that sorted.
We spent the rest of the afternoon making plans and eating pizza and pasta in a local restaurant tucked away in the streets behind the main centre. We enjoyed the evening before hitting the sack. So rushed this morning, it's been hectic as hell. We haven't had a coffee, so we're now in the middle of nowhere. It took about 10 minutes to get here, and we're looking for somewhere that will serve us a coffee. The lady who drove us here overheard, and she's making us a coffee with almond milk. It's really nice of her. Cheer up my bag. I spotted these. They're not going to be vegan, are they? I thought they were Vista.
Good morning. Sorry about the hectic rush this morning. That is just how we roll. We had that hotel room was the loudest hotel room ever, and I hardly got any sleep. We had to get up this morning and go early because the guys picked us up. Now, we're going to be travelling around the whole of the island, and originally we wanted to do it on a Vespa. I went to a Vespa place, and my car license doesn't cover Vespas out here. They said, but you can get a moped. Went to go to a moped place, and they said my car license back home doesn't cover a moped out here. So the only other way for us to travel around the island is one of these. This is our ride for the next 7 days.
I can't believe I could have brought more clothes, but it does mean that I can go shopping.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay? Yeah. See, just extra large.
With our helmets sorted and a quick demonstration on how to use the quad bikes done, we were shown a map of the island, and with the help of the owners we came up with a plan. Our plan is to drive the entire coast of Corfu on the quad bike, starting and ending in Corfu Town. We'll be going in an anti-clockwise direction around the greenest of all the Greek islands, with a hope to discover idyllic villages, coves, beaches and food. So with a tank full of adrenaline and excitement, we fired up the quad and started on our Greek adventure.
Guys, that rented it out to us followed us up the road, and they're helping us get petrol. So they caught us up and told us to turn around and get petrol. They're going to help us out.
Fully fueled up, we hit the road.
Looking for someone I can't find it. Maybe we're meant to be lost cause.
We pulled over to let some traffic go past, and we can't seem to start it again. So yeah, it just won't sort of tick over. So I think Liam sent the guy a text to try and get it sorted, but yeah, we're pretty stuck if it doesn't start.
So we didn't get very far. We're on the side of a road and it's not starting. I've tried manually starting it, I've tried automatically starting it, and it's not happening. There's something up with it. It's a bit of a tricky one. I assume he's gonna, I've sent him a text. The guy's gonna come along and come and see us.
We didn't have to wait long before the owner arrived. He took a look at the bike and decided it would be best to swap it over. So off he went to get another bike for us.
Okay, so he has gone. He is coming back shortly with a new one because that one had a brand new spark plug in and the spark plug went. So he's thinking, that's not good. So he's gonna get us a brand new one, which is really good of him. Even though it works, he changed his spark plug. So yeah, we've just got to wait for him to come back now.
Well, that didn't take long. Quad bike broken down and us stranded on the side of a road.
Half a game of Sudoku later, we got our bike back, jumped on and set forth on our journey. The views and landscape on this leg of the journey is simply incredible, with the added bonus of seeing blossom on the trees everywhere. We drove to a town called Kassiopi to find our accommodation.
So we've turned up at the accommodation that Liam booked not long ago, and there's no reception or anything here, but apparently you just have your name on the door with the key in it, so you've just got to wander around and try and find your name on the door and let yourself in. So that's what I'm doing. Liam Day. Yeah. First one. Aww. Wow. Yeah? Yeah. Wow. It's like a little apartment. So nice. And it's got a balcony. Okay, I'm gonna go and help Liam.
Oh, this is all right, 20 quid.
This is so nice. It's like a little apartment.
Has it got a balcony? It looks like we do.
Oh wow! With the view.
Oh, not harbour views.
We really love this accommodation, and at this price at this time of year, it's a bargain. We were both feeling hungry, so headed out to a local taverna to grab some food.
Okay, so we've arrived at our first taverna here in Greece, and we've ordered from the starters menu because it's the only thing that's vegan, and we know it's vegan. And we have ordered just like butter beans and vegetables in a tomato sauce. It all looks absolutely incredible, actually. We've ordered bread and oil as well, and orange juice. So it's all starters. It looks really filling and it looks delicious.
It's cheaper as well. It's cheaper because they're all starters, yeah.
We ate up our food, then headed off to a local beach to catch some sun.
Misty mountains, dusty roads ahead. Crossing.
What's up, Janine?
I'm freezing. Why are you laughing? It's so cold.
But you're on holiday in Greece.
I do hope it warms up a little bit.
Despite it being cold, the place was beautiful, with olive groves lining a white pebbly beach and huge mountains lining the horizon. It was our first proper glimpse of the incredible azure Ionian Sea, but after a quick temperature check of those pretty blue waters and ruling out a dip, we both sat back and enjoyed the scenery, alone on this long secluded Greek beach. We headed headed back to our apartment, grabbing some wine and hummus, and enjoyed the evening watching the sun setting from our balcony.
I am above, I feel above.
Baby, I know you told me that you're a settler. Morning. And don't deny it. But maybe.
Good morning, everyone, and what a lovely morning it is. Last night was absolutely freezing. So spring in Greece, it's cold, so bring your jackets. This morning, today, what the plan is, the sun is out and it's looking beautiful. We're going to get back on the quad bike and we're going to cover, hopefully, the full north coast of the island today. And that's hugging the coast all around the northeast still, and then all the way to a place called Sadari, which apparently has got the most unique, one of the most unique beaches in Greece, which we can't wait to go and see. It's called the Canal D'Amour, which I think means the Canal of Love or the River of Love or something like that. I think Amour means love. But so yeah, that's where we're going now.
But before we go, I just wanted to show you the view from this balcony to the right of me here. You can actually see Albania. So there's snow-capped mountains over there, and that is actually Albania, and I didn't realise it was so close. So yeah, that's really cool. We wiped down the bike ready to drive along the coast. We headed down the hill to leave and grab our last moment in Kassiopi. Kassiopi is a beautiful, quaint, lovely little harbour town which feels like it's on a lake as it's totally surrounded by mountains in every direction. It has a few tavernas, bars and shops. We imagined in the height of season it would come alive, but as we were here in spring, we were enjoying the sleepiness and less crowds, as well as the flora that blooms this time of year. We highly recommend this place for its beauty, calmness and quaintness. We jumped back on the bike and headed to our next stop.
Go back a little. As nice as that journey was, I would not want to do it again. Bloody hell. Oh, I'm absolutely freezing.
I was just hiding behind Liam. That was freezing. My nose is so cold. My hands.
That's better. I feel warmer already.
Right, let's go.
Pulled into a cafe near the beach that we're going to and got them to veganise a breakfast for us, which is really good. So we're having beans on toast with hash browns, and they've got soy milk as well, so it's a win-win. And we're just warming up in the sun because it was freezing on that bike ride, really cold, the coldest one we've had so far.
We ate our breakfast in this beautiful setting before going to find the beach. We parked our bike at the Canal D'Amour. Canal D'Amour translates to Channel of Love, where the sea and wind over the years have carved 3 beautiful beaches and rock formations into this north coastline. On a hot summer's day, this place would be packed full of tourists bathing in the calm crystal waters, but not today.
Bit choppy today. I said this isn't your usual Greek island paradise video. Janine is just thawing out from the coldness, but the sun is out, and if we can find a spot without any breeze or wind, we'll be well in. We'll be baking. It's
blooming freezing.
We've got to stop saying it's cold on this video.
I know. Just one more time. It is blooming freezing.
This way.
So I'm going to get my jeans on, do my 3rd change of clothes for the day, and hopefully I'll be alright on the back of that bike.
Janine asked for a hot water bottle on the bike earlier. A hot water bottle. I wouldn't know where to get one from in the Greek island of Corfu.
We strapped in and hit the road once more, this time heading to a place called Cape Drastis. We walked along the trails to the cliff edge where we were blown away by the dramatic rock formations. Cape Drastis is the most northwestern point on the whole island. The unusual rock formations and deep blue waters make this one of the most dramatic sights in the whole of Greece.
These kids don't play. Get dressed up for the night at the break of dawn. No either pray. Take a suicide door out just to prove you wrong. With the blackout night clouds rolling along.
So that was Kratis Point, and it was well worth a visit. absolutely stunning. I think it's the most northwesterly point of the whole island. Nearby this point is a beach called Lagos or something like that, and that's called the Sunset Beach. So that's what we'll have to do next.
Dare I say it, it's actually starting to get a bit warmer, but we have just climbed a massive hill. So either I'm just really hot from that, or it's warming up.
It's an illusion.
So I'm not going to risk it and take my hat off yet.
It could just be that we're on the west bit and it's more sheltered, because this is the very northwest bit and we're on the other side of the northwest sort of mountain. So hopefully every beach from now on is going to be warm, like we're on a holiday.
We twisted and winded around the rough, narrow streets towards Sunset Beach. We arrived way too early for sunset, but appreciated the prospect. Then we rode over steep mountain tracks past a million old olive trees. The smell of spring blossom and citrus fruits filled the air as we passed through quaint villages. At the next town, we decided to stop for a cup of tea, as we'd been on the bike for a long time. It was one of the most beautiful crescent beaches we have come across so far, called Georgios Pagon. Most businesses appeared to be closed during our visit, but it seems clear to us that Greece is gearing up for what would hopefully be its busiest year. Instead of serving food and drink to tourists, resorts, cafes and tavernas are painting, sweeping, cleaning and maintaining their properties in anticipation. From there we went high up in the mountain, stopping to admire the beautiful views of the beach from an elevated perspective. We had both decided after a long day and numb bums that the next town would be where we would stop for the night. So Liam booked 2 nights accommodation in Paleokastritsa. How was that ride for you?
Do you know what I want to do? Put the baggage in there, walk down to the beach, have a beer and some food. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Let's go and do it. My God, I'm glad to get here. Oh.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry, tired, thirsty, cold, grumpy.
So all the 7 dwarfs. So this place is called Rena Studios, and it's another one that cost about 20 quid a night. So we're going to see what a 20 quid, and it's right on the beach as well, a magnificent beach. So let's go see what a 20 quid studio apartment looks like in Corfu.
If I ask you, don't hold back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you have a good time here?
Yes.
Yes.
But you needed another?
What?
Oh, now you're coming now.
Yeah, we're really hungry. We're gonna go now. Can we go eat first? Is it okay?
Alright, okay.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
This is alright, isn't it?
Oh,
Nice little.
2 beds, a bathroom
Nice bathroom.
with a shower,
Modern bathroom.
and what's this
This
little?
is like a kitchenette sort of thing.
Oh,
And then this beautiful view from the balcony.
and beautiful view.
Let's go down there, eh?
And that's exactly where we went. We chilled for a bit before going to a local taverna for our first mushroom and aubergine saganaki, which was like Mediterranean vegetables in rich tomato and ouzo sauce. It was incredible. Please subscribe and join us next time in part 2, where we'll attempt to complete the full circuit of Corfu Island on a quad bike, and we return home to England to learn our fate with Morgan and whether she is fit for travel as our van life adventures continue.
We don't need